2 years in charge of Aston Villa. They've won this fixture for the last 3 seasons, and last year they scored inside 10 seconds. After that fighting comeback at Wimbledon last week, Strachan keeps an unchanged side with an adventurous look. Peter Unlove having passed a fitness test. His new signing, Darren Huckabee, £1 million from Newcastle, starts on the substitutes bench. So too does Savo Milosevic, whose transfer to Perugia has fallen through. Julian Joachim is the replacement today for Dwight Yorke, who's away on World Cup duty with Trinidad. Villa welcome back Steve Staunton in defence after injury, and Mark Draper regains his place in midfield. Paul Durkin, who refereed Inter Milan in the San Siro Stadium in midweek, starts the West Midlands derby in November sunshine. Aston Villa, claret and blue, playing from left to right, and Dion Dublin up front for Coventry. Here's Ian Jess. Solako. Away by Dage to McAllister, who's miskicked it. Burrows is still out of the action in the other half. Coventry are one short in defence. Here's Staunton. It's a challenge from behind by Unlove, but apparently he took the ball. Referee was well placed. Here's Nelson. Johnson. And still Burrows hobbling. And they've had to hoof the ball out because the left back of Coventry needs attention. Quite remarkable goal! Julian Joachim for Aston Villa. And how do you score from there? It's Joachim going with Agrizovic. The ball runs loose. He's nearly on the line when he clips it. And it runs along the line and inside the post. And Joachim, playing today in the absence of Dwight Yorke, scores a goal that's almost a conjuring trick. Agrizovic can only stand in the audience and watch it happen. It's a fine effort, and it could so easily have brought him his second goal. Coventry really lucky there. This is Williams. Dublin on the chest. It's going to be set up here for Whelan. Whelan! Oh, what an opportunity that was. And you really feel that if Whelan could hit the hot streak that he did when he first came here from Leeds, this would have been a goal. Dublin set it up perfectly, and he worked his way into a good shooting position. But as befits Coventry's scoring record, the ball went wide. Now then, Dublin, can he make this? And the defender did ever so well. It's Gareth Southgate. It's Dublin ahead of him to start with, but Southgate very cool. Didn't foul him either, took it cleanly. Brilliant defending by the England man. Coventry to make a second substitution. Peter Unlove is going on, and Coventry's latest signing, Darren Huckabee, comes on for the last 17 minutes. Saw him play for Lincoln, who then sold him to Newcastle. Couldn't get a game there really. Now he's in the thick of a relegation fight. Dublin's up. McAllister. It's a Coventry throw. Dublin. Away by Wright. And this is McAllister now. Spreading it wide to Williams. Huckabee's taken up the front position with Dublin. Whelan's moved inside as well now. Forward by Williams. Here's Huckabee. Oh, it's a good turn by the new man, and Dublin! What an impact by Darren Huckabee. The first thing he was able to do after coming on, and he roasted the Villa defence on this side. He's gone way past Staunton, cut it back brilliantly from the line, and Dublin wants that sort of chance. It's a fine piece of play by Darren Huckabee. Staunton was left standing, beautifully pulled round, and Dublin turns it in for 1-1. Johnson's nipping in behind them again here, takes on Daish. And a poor clearance, far too hurried, finds Wright. Townsend. Nelson. Milosevic is onside! What a terrific chance for Aston Villa, and Coventry would have looked across at the assistant referee, but there was no flag here. Fernando Nelson chips it in, and Milosevic is all by himself, on his shoulder, I think. A pull there by Jess on Nelson, but play goes on nonetheless. Offside, is it? Yes, Salako. Just into Draper. Townsend didn't quite want it there, but he's managed to find Staunton. That's a good effort! Oh, Steve Staunton! The lethal left foot strikes for Aston Villa from the Irishman. A goal out of nothing, you might say, but an absolute rasper here from Steve Staunton. Agrizovic may have got hands to it. They called a Coventry boot when it left Staunton's foot there. It may have been the reason why Agrizovic couldn't quite get there. Got in there, arms raised. Look at this, a real fight in the last minute. Andy Townsend being restrained, and referee Durkin couldn't have been closer. He nearly got caught in the middle of it. And he's calling across. With the book out, Noel Whelan. Now that's the initial challenge on Andy Townsend by Whelan that starts it all. That's what got Townsend so angry. Then he had to be tugged back. Then they all piled in. And the referee, well, didn't know where to look next. And in the end, it's just the one booking, but it's a good thing in many ways that's happened right at the end of the game, I think. Oh, that's, well, Milosevic left on the ground by the challenge by Williams. And Aston Villa win at Highfield Road for the 4th season in succession and leave Coventry down in the dumps again. A match that had a lot to offer. Steve Staunton's winner, possibly a slight deflection, but what a corker that gives Villa the points after Coventry had fought back with the equaliser by